Okay, I don't know if we've got super lag or what, but everything is reloading. Okay, I don't know if we've got hold on. Super lag. Oh God. Yeah. No, sorry. I should fix the echo. I should have fixed the echo. Oh God. Of course, it didn't cut off the sneeze. I'm sorry. Hello, White Knight. Ugh. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I keep starting later and later. I am having a time. Yeah. Hi, X-Tones. Yeah, sorry, I can't sneeze like a normal person. I violently sneeze. That is the only way I know how to do it, apparently. Absolutely love it. I love almost throwing up my back whenever I sneeze. Anyways, I'm gonna finally finish up this guy, which I don't know why the autofocus is not working. Autofocus, go. If I sneezed in strings with the way that I sneeze, I'm pretty sure it would like register on an earthquake sensor. What is it? The seismograph? Anyways, I'm trying to. Why? I don't know why my webcam isn't. Uh, they can't just have it be under. Hold on. So yeah, I'm trying to finish this. I also have a bunch of originals I'm going to package up for Monsterpalooza. Plan was possibly to paint some of my 3D guys because I've got like some that are like partial. But I'm probably gonna wait till tomorrow or Wednesday to do that. Mostly because it it's really freaking windy right now, and I need to do like a base coat on my little frog, pumpkin frog guys, and also my new guys, and I can't do it while it's all super windy. I really wish I had a garage, but okay, I'm gonna try and finish this thing up. So I think this just largely needed highlights, and then I wasn't sure if I was gonna keep this. I guess I'll kind of leave that up to you all. Do you like having the faint arms there? Because I can kind of brush that in a bit and make it look like blurred motion. Yeah. All right. Or I just erase the whole thing and just clean it up. Uh, make sure I'm not using a water-based ink on this. Okay, so the music is supposed to be music playing, but for some reason that's frozen. I'm not sure if it's... I still haven't had time to, like, deep clean my computer and hope that that fixes why it's been running like butts. But I had a graphic card crash when I was trying to launch earlier. It's one of the reasons why I'm all late. Is it just that playlist? I guess it might just be that playlist. Alright, I guess we're going with the Dungeons and Dragons playlist today, because the one I usually use is not working. Anyway, what's everybody up to? Hopefully you're having, keep forgetting, well, it's a holiday in the US. So if you're one of us on, well, what is supposed to be a vacation day if you're a normal, gainfully employed person, hopefully you're having a fun day. I don't know what holidays are. I mean, even when I was gainfully employed, I didn't really know what holidays were. I was one of the people that they always made work on holidays. Because I was like, time and a half, I'll take it. Napping? That sounds good. Yeah, I've been, my sleep schedule's a bit messed up, but, between the potentially needing, or not potentially, I officially need a root canal now. I just have to wait to get in. Between that and Ernesto now not having work, I've been getting to sleep later and later, trying to get shit done. At least that moon seems to be reading now. I'm a little... I might pull out my ink again, because I feel like this needs to be darker right there. Eyedropper. I had to buy just a big bulk package of eyedroppers because a lot of inks don't have eyedroppers in them. And I'm like, I guess they expect you to just dip it in. But that's if you're using it like an actual dip pen, and or dip pen ink, and I'm not doing that, obviously. Yeah, I part of the reason I was running late was I had a call with the printer that I use for my books. And I'm not gonna have a restock of my mythology book for the show. Tiny dog hairs. I also had to defluff Rye outside because her fur keeps getting stuck in everything. But yeah, the publisher, I mentioned before that they had like tried putting it together with like pages upside down and like thought I would be fine with it, and that was apparently just one of like many issues. So then they had to reorder the paper, and then they reordered the wrong paper and didn't realize until they were like 20 books into printing that they were printing the whole damn thing on cover stock. So, no book for Monsterpalooza. The horse one, maybe. That one has been another adventure. Mostly in that somehow I'm constantly a page short, even though I've handed in 3 extra pages. I don't know what's happening with that. But that one's an easier book to print, so they're going to like Hail Mary, send me some tomorrow, and I'm shipping it to the hotel. But yeah, lots of things went sideways that I was not expecting. But this guy should be almost done. I think I'm just largely trying to figure out my last of my stuff. I need to find a different music station though. The D&D one's nice and all, but not for when I need to like be half a lot, or you know, I need waking up. EDM that gets your blood pumping. Let's try it. It's probably going to be terrible. Alright, so I have a little bit of an idea. I think I am going to put, because I feel like there's a gap here, and I want it to kind of match this movement going up. So, while this is drying up there, I'm just going to put like echoes of the hand. Oh, I did. I started something with Brandon last time I was streaming art. I did a random game stream on Saturday night because I was like, I'm gonna finish up South of Midnight because I didn't get to it Friday. And I thought I was way closer to being done with that game than I was. And it was like 5 a.m. Or not 5 a.m. Like 2 a.m. Like 1:30. But I played for like 5 hours and I was not done yet. But, anyways, so when I was with Brandon's stream, we did a drawing from memory challenge thing again. I kind of got the idea from Carson Drew it. He does this, like, Hangman Pictionary. Or no, he doesn't do Hangman. He does Pictionary at the end. And I was like, oh, that's fun. So, I will eventually get to the point where I do polls for it, but since we have fairly few amount of people. Yeah, well, there's just a couple of you. But if you throw out an idea for what you want me to draw from memory, at the end, I'll take like a 5-minute embarrassing myself sketch time. You saw the notification you're getting ready for bed? Yeah, it was like... like Ernesto was playing, he was playing, it's not like D&D, he's playing some other D&D-esque game with friends, and I was like, oh, well, he's playing that. I'll just finish up South of Midnight. I've only got like a couple hours left. No. They had a whole other chapter in there that I was not expecting, and it kind of felt a little shoehorned in. I was a little sad by that one. But, yeah. And I'm still not done. Still not done. Now I'm pretty sure 2 hours from the end, but good lord. Like, I didn't realize how much time I've spent running around finding extras, because, like, the game estimated runtime is like 9 hours. I've spent way over that. And I haven't exactly had that hard of a time with the game. I've just been running around trying to find flutes. It is a pretty game, though. It's not like I'm sad to be playing it. Though I did want to start, like, because part of it was like, I want to finish it before I go to Monsterpalooza, and I can't play Friday because I'm at Monsterpalooza that day. I wanted to kind of start playing, like, possibly Blueprints, which is like a puzzle game. So I thought that might be kind of fun to play on stream. You guys can make fun of me for being real dumb. But that one I'm like getting less sure about playing because I've seen some people playing it like they're 12 episodes in and each episode's like 2 hours. That one may be longer than I was expecting to, but usually I'm not terrible at puzzle games, as long as they're not like a ton of math. Like Professor Layton had a lot of math in it. Okay, I do like this in here. I gotta tone it back, obviously, but first I gotta get my lines down, and then I'll tone it back. At least I got my, I don't know if I'll show it now or today on stream because I'm doing traditional right now, but I got one of my sculpts, new sculpts done. Not the one I was expecting to have done. I'm a little sad I didn't get the one I was expecting to have done, but that's okay. I really need this weather to behave. The weather can't make up its damn mind, as I'm sure you know, White Knight. Where is my X-Acto knife? There it is. Okay, so I had the moon was wet, the eyes were wet, that spot's wet. Should be fine. Is that? What are you? It's like a tiny. It's this piece of plastic. Okay. It almost looked like an eyelash at first. There we go. It's from me swapping that head on top. Okay. Got like a new one of these things and it's a little finicky. Sometimes it doesn't put out any eraser and sometimes it puts out way too much, and the way too much sucks because it breaks off. Oh, this is fun. I didn't even think about being able to do that. Now I can erase some swirly hair in there. Yeah, I'm really, I think I'll cover it once I get to the originals, but I'm gonna have a bunch of new originals at Monsterpalooza, and I'll probably have most of them left over by the end of the show, unless a miracle happens. Kind of, Monsterpalooza used to be a totally different beast, and it's changed a lot. It used to be very much about like people that wanted to see how movies are made. They wanted to meet the people that were making the monster suits, see how masks were made, see how the concept art was done. And now it's people that want photographs with movie stars and autographs. Like last year I had an intensely depressing moment where I had these like clear plastic sleeves that I put my originals in. And people kept asking me if I just had them available, and I was like, no, they're for my originals. Because they just wanted them for their autographs. So I had a guy that started going through my original bin, trying to find my cheapest original, because he just wanted to chuck it and get the sleeve that it was in. It's definitely a low point. Luckily, he didn't buy anything because I think none of my stuff was worth. I think like my lowest stuff in the size he needed was like $45, and he didn't want that. Yeah, it was like I had a lot of people ask me for the sleeves, but that guy doing that, I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's like the guy next to me, he has these like 3D printed little um, monster magnets that he hand paints. And they're like really cute and well done. He doesn't sculpt them, but he's like a licensed reprinter of the artist that does. But like he would sell a few of those, but he was almost entirely selling Funko Pops of the movie stars to go get autographed. Like that's where I'd say like 70% of his profit came from. It's like, God, that show used to be so cool. And now it's just ugh. Like I honestly probably wouldn't have gone, but I can't get back in. Like once the showrunner is the type of guy where like once you say you can't go anymore, he's done with you. You will never get back in there again. And I keep thinking I'm like maybe someday it will kind of go back to its roots. But we'll see how this year goes. Last year I like barely broke even. If I don't count like printing costs. If I count printing costs, I lost money. Okay. I do kind of like this faded arm effect. I'm going to try to kind of motion blur it. By motion blur it, I mean take a paper towel to it and swoop it the way the line of action would be. Alright, it's a little faint on camera, but I mean it's faint in general. But it's very faint on camera compared to what it actually looks like. Might just do a little bit of trailing edge here. But yeah, so my current plan is get to Monsterpalooza, pray for a miracle, expect it to probably not get that. And then once I come back, I'm going to like overhaul my website shop. So I have like a t-shirt printing thing that my friend got me hooked up with that I'm going to try. And then I will probably actually start offering PDFs and STLs. And then I might like fire sale some of my prints and just cut down what I carry for prints a ton. And then introduce the new stuff. Alright. So I like the mimic in there. I might need to pick it up just a little bit more with like a kneaded eraser, but I think I need to add the same thing back in here a little bit. So this kind of adds like that chaos ribbon ripping apart. Well, in this case he's actually, I think he's knitting together, but in aggressive ribbon style. Hi Helene. How's it going? Am I missing Discord messages? I have not seen anybody mention. I was like, are we playing tonight? Yes, once I'm back from Monsterpalooza, I'll probably I'm gonna do a lot of like stuff for stream. Meaning like emotes, frames. Just kind of like bonus things for people. Well, it's like she didn't mention taking off last weekend though, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, I was wondering if we were not streaming tonight. Or last week. Which makes me sad, because I could use some repo right now. Oh yeah, White Knight, I don't know how hard it would be. Since I think you usually listen or watch on your TV, but I was gonna ask if you wanted to be a mod. We better play Repo more. I was afraid Dan was gonna get bored, but I think adding the alchemy thing, the add-on mod, I think that kind of fits his groove a little bit more. Yeah, the phone going for chat, but you have no idea how to mod. Yeah, I don't either, but I was like, you're here and I trust your judgment. And if we're not playing, I may play. Yeah, I may either try to finish South of Midnight, or maybe I'll try to wrangle Ernesto into playing Repo with me, because I need... Between the publisher chaos today, the constant dentist chaos, I need a gaming break. You can give it a go. Well, let's... Alright, how is it? Is it in Streamlabs or is it in... Oh, sometimes holidays usually actually get more people. Do I put the brackets? Do I do the brackets, or is the brackets always removed? No brackets. Double check I'm spelling this right. Knigget. There you are. I have no idea what that looks like. I heard it's a different view. I was like... It's like I'd also give it to you, Hylian, but I was like, we usually end up streaming together. I can still give it to you, though. And that'll be hilarious. The only people watching me will be my mods. Alright, I need an eraser. I used to have a pile up somewhere. Where's my stash? Oops. Oh, God. Yeah, you doing the, K-pop thing. I forgot about that. Oh, no! That bums me out. My Dunkleo broke. I just got this. There's a little magnet on my cart and he just snapped. God damn it. My poor Dunkleo. Now singing, I've got the power. Like the He-Man. Oh, no, you're thinking the, oh. Not that one. The, was that Whitney Houston? That wasn't Whitney Houston. Who sang that? Hudson Hawk. That's very familiar. I think I have, but I'm not remembering the name right now. Let me see. Also, my kingdom for a camera that won't bump around. You know what I'm thinking is happening? Oh, I think I've seen it, but I don't remember it. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched it, though. Ooh, I'll add it to a list. The list. was like, this is very familiar. Like, the cover's very familiar. I also kind of wonder if it's a little bit of the inspiration for, shit. It was a TV show I started watching. The... God damn it, I can't remember. Black something? Not Black Mirror. There was like a... God damn it. That's gonna bother me. Now, because I can't even think of the name of the... It was like a guy who was like a thief, and then he started helping the FBI. Blacklist. Blacklist. Oh. That sounds fun. But yes. You went to a K-pop concert with an ear infection, which I'm sure helped the ear ringing. Did you come home with a body pillow? Oh, I was like, Blacklist had a good... I think that was why I stopped watching it. It used to be really funny in the beginning, or not like really funny, but it was a good dark comedy kind of thing. And then it kind of started going more and more serious. But like the front cover of Hudson Hawk reminds me a lot of what's his face in the Blacklist, like his style. Okay, so I think. What do we think? Does the swishing arms look okay? There was something different, but I felt like there needed to be something in the gaps. So I could also kind of draw the eye to here. You got a shirt and some trinkets? Okay, you like the negative space feeling. Alright. I was like, do you see anything else? Because I've been so kind of fried from everything and its cousin hitting the fan. So, like, if you see something that you think I need to tweak, please let me know. Be like, that's an awkward spot there. Please, help me. Save me. I'm gonna take some more. No pun this time. Oh man, I did. That is one of the memes I have planned. Or the emotes. I'm gonna get something to reward you. Reward you pun people, because both of you are big pun people. Oh, yes. No. It was... Yeah. No, I was trying to... One of the nights when I had a headache and I couldn't fall asleep, so I was, like, waiting for, ibuprofen to kick in. I was kind of spitballing ideas in my head of, like, emotes to add in once I had time. And then I was like, I need a punishment for the puns. So, no, it was exactly punishment. how to do stuff like overlay things that pop up on the screen when things happen. That like stay. Sorry, the dogs are having a conniption fit because I'm guessing Ernesto's home. I'm trying a little bit more of an intense white just so I can get a little bit more value contrast. It's hard getting value contrast on this paper. Oops, let me see. I might take the camera offline for a second and see if I can zoom it in. Or no, I don't think I can. I tried that earlier, but I had to close. It told me to close OBS, so that would be closing Streamlabs, which I can't really do right now. Yeah, I'm hoping at least with the mod privileges, mostly the only thing I'm really worried about is the there's like the bots that come by and drop links. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Let's pull up my wobble board. Little toad man, I can move you. Hopefully this still reads as a moon in here. was a little too thick. Sorry, you're possibly hearing Raya chewing in the background. Ernesto totally hasn't taught them bad manners by constantly giving them treats when he comes home. Okay, so part of me wants to pull in the white ink on many other spots on them, but the white ink is also providing the high contrast that I need right now. So if I pull in white everywhere, I lose that. I can still do like little touch-ups. I'll use a brush pen though, and not my like full bore acrylic stuff, because this stuff is a little more translucent. You'll be up in Anacortes Wednesday? Well, honestly, I won't be able to stream Thursday till next. I don't even know if I'll be able to make next Monday, actually. I have to check when my flight lands. So I'm gonna possibly stream tomorrow. I'll probably end up streaming tomorrow if I can get the weather to cooperate long enough to get some base coats on some of my minis. But yeah, you're not gonna be missing much. Also, I hope you have fun. Anacortes is pretty. Okay. Oh. Work retreats can still be fun, as long as I make the effort. I don't know. And it was one of the things that would like bum me out when I was, remote working at Netflix and everybody else was in office. They would go to like museums together And I just got to see the pictures afterwards. Retreat will be awesome. It's one of your favorite things to do every year. That's great. Is it always Anacortes, or do they change where it goes? I'm glad you have a fun work retreat. Like Ernesto's had to go on several work retreats, and I guess he's had a mixed bag. He's had some that were fun, and he's had some that were like ungodly awkward. Oh, the important. Okay, sorry. I misread that. I remember, I've got a rib cage within a rib cage is what I'm forgetting that I had here. And I have children screaming in the park again. Oh yeah, that's always a bummer. There's like, my team would do like, oh, it's your birthday, here's a snack tray outside of your office kind of thing, and there was constantly. It was so awkward when they would do the birthday celebrations because we'd be zoomed in and they'd all be like eating, and then we'd just be sitting there hanging out on the Zoom call. It's like, I don't resent anybody for that, you know, having that at the office. It was kind of weird being expected to hang around. It's like, I actually kind of missed the pandemic, because during then there was a lot of like um, remote like movie nights, game nights. We still kept the movie nights going for the most part, but there was only like 4 of us doing that. But yeah, once it all went back in the office, it was all like, ah, you remote people, I guess you exist. Hi, Green Meep. Yes, I did sculpt the pumpkin guy too. This one's a painted one, but Tuesday possibly, or tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm hoping I might actually paint some of these guys on stream. But yeah, this is my little pumpkin toad. So I'm printing off, or no, I printed off. I have a bunch done already of blank ones, and then I'm gonna paint some up for Monsterpalooza. Which is my show next weekend. I guess I should do a mailer notification for that, shouldn't I? I'm bad at my own being my own publicist. You know, they made a little Hollow Knight dude so far. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, I like Hollow Knight. They've got some fun designs in there. Yeah, I do sculpt traditionally sometimes too. It's just at this point it's a lot easier to do. I was like, I want to go grab one of my traditional sculpts, but I don't want to have to wash my hands because it's like oil-based clay. uh, but yeah, I usually sculpt in Nomad, the iPad sculpting program. So yeah, it's I very much enjoy 3D, but it is one of the like things that I just kind of like cycle in and out of being wanting to do. It's hard posting all the time and remembering to reach out and be a publicist. Yeah. It's also that I just kind of suck at selling myself. I don't know. I've always was taught, you know, the whole strict Catholic upbringing that you're not supposed to like have any sense of pride in yourself because that's a sin. So it's like it feels awkward to ever be like, look at my stuff, buy my things. Right. I think I'm just pulling in some of the purple ink so I can balance out some of these. I want to pop the head and the moon out more, so I'm trying to make it darker overall. Okay, so Morgan did say she's out. Alright, well, I might try to play myself then tonight. Because I need a break. I need some kind of silly shenanigans happening. Right. So now we're getting there, and now it's mostly seeing how things are drying and trying to keep them in line. Because, yeah, some things are going to dry with, like, lines I don't want, edges I don't want, that need to be cleaned up. I want that to be darker there. I love that this song is on the EDM channel. I mean, I'm totally fine with it. I was very much a metalhead when I was in high school. It is nicer. Yeah, I think the darker is working. Give me a little bit more. I'm running out of ink. That's got a little bit. Do I want a little bit? Maybe a little bit over here. Just a smidge. I might be also slightly avoiding going outside because the other day I was on the phone trying to like get appointments and all that stuff settled away. Oh, and also trying to settle. I had my local bakery rip me off, so I was trying to settle that too. But then like all of a sudden these kids started shouting over the fence at me. They're like, "What kind of fish do you got?" Because we have a pond. So like they just kept shouting out questions, so I just opened the back gate and let them in so they could see the fish. And like they hung out for like a half an hour just like trying to pet the fish. And like they were cute kids and all. And I was happy to, you know, just answer questions and stuff. One of them asked me if I had grandkids, so that was a little like, good lord, child. But then he kept trying to convince me to give him one of the fish, and he's like, I got a tank at home, and we have koi. He was like, I'll put your 1.5 foot long koi in my goldfish tank, my 30-gallon tank at home. You would yell about fish? Yeah, but now, I've noticed they kind of keep hanging out at the fence, so I think they just kind of, they want to come back. And yes, part of me wants to indulge them, but also I got shit I gotta do, kids. Oh, nope, I got my hand in the ink. It's like maybe after I'm done with Monsterpalooza, they're out there again, but it was hilarious. Children love to tell you the most, like, off-topic shit ever. Like, the one kid's like, my friend fell, and he landed on his ankle wrong, and he said he was fine, but he wasn't in school today. I'm like, where did this come from? Okay. And then what, the same kid that assumed I had grandkids and wanted me to give him a fish, he asked, he had 2 fish that he really liked. And so he asked, he's like, what's this one's name? I'm like, that's Gideon. And he's like, I'm gonna call him Cinnamon. And I'm just like, okay, kid. it was a little bit funny. We are at least known through the neighborhood as the Pokemon card house because of trick or treating. Yeah, they are very stream of consciousness. But there was like 3 of them. So there was the one that was all bold and trying to get me to give him everything. And then there was the one that kept telling me the most inane stories. And then there was like a little quiet one that kept like climbing up on stuff and like precariously dangling over the pond that I had to keep telling him to not. It's like I had the trifecta of children archetypes. Well, I guess I didn't have the Chaos Agent. Thank God. Yeah, we gave out Pokemon cards for Halloween. We don't get that many trick-or-treaters, so... Like, we also had candy, as usual, and then, we had, like, little monster truck figurines. So, like, kids got options. A little bit of the faintest damn wash on this. Alright, still probably need to darken up his chest a little bit. Originally I was making it white, or more white, but I think visually it looks better if it's a little darker. It might leave it like a weird little white treasure trail kind of thing to lead the eye up into the spine to the head. That makes sense? To apply literally the most awkward possible terminology I could to this. You know, as I do. Pokemon, they do actually make Halloween packs, but they're hard to find. They're like little mini packs. Costco had them one year, but they like ran out real fast. Yeah, so if you're looking for a slam dunk, not candy option, Pokemon cards. That's reminding me of some my nephew had his birthday recently, and I got him... I knew he watched One Piece, because I brought it up to him when I was visiting for a wedding. He's like, I love One Piece. So I got him the One Piece trading card game. I got him, like, a starter pack. Anyways, he apparently absolutely loved it, because my niece even messaged me to be like, Carter's screaming downstairs. You must have done something good for his birthday. And he messaged me, which that man never messages me. Oh, man, he's 12? The guy that made the Pokemon logo? I have not seen a news story. Give me the elevator, or not the... Give me the Cliff Notes. Wait, so while I demand that you type that. So I got Carter the starter pack. He texted me to be like, thank you so much, I love it. And then he apparently was like showing it off to everybody. And he had opened it a little early. So he actually... His, like, girlfriend's mom got him more. So he started a decent collection already. But now he's actually texted me to be like, I pulled this rare card, and I'm like, oh my god, this is how my nephew actually talks to me, is One Piece. He doesn't really talk to anybody, like, even my mom's like, he never texts me unless he wants something. So then the funny part is my mom messaged me, or called me, and she's like, what did you get him? And I was like, I got him a trading card game. She's like, of what? I'm like, of his favorite anime. And then she's like, what is that? I'm like, it's you know, it's an anime. It's a Japanese TV show. And then she was like, he's such an odd duck. And I'm like, he's a totally normal child. He likes One Piece. But yeah, because apparently she was like, he asked me for bright pink Crocs. So between the One Piece and the bright pink Crocs, she's like, he's a weird kid. Like, my nephew's a totally normal child. He's just a nerd. Well, he's not even a nerd. He's a very normal child. Yes, I was trying to explain to my mom. I was like, it's these trading card packs. You can probably find them at, like, you know, I know she goes to Walmart all the time. They're definitely there. And she's like, no, they're weird. Yeah, no, he's a lot like me, where he learns from doing rather than, like, he's a very tactile learner, so I've been kind of trying to, my family thinks he's weird and kind of writes him off. So, but he's still very much like a bro boy, like he loves fishing and four-wheeling and all that stuff. But it's like, I got him into robot building. Tried to get him into paleontology. He kind of got bored of that, though. But it's like, I've been kind of trying to nurture his weird sciencey part. Because I very much know how it is to be the person in the family that likes the weird stuff, and then everyone just writes you off as the weirdo. Because, yeah, that was my childhood. Nobody was like... My mom was so disappointed I was not a Barbie girl. I wanted dinosaur figurines, and she was like, What is wrong with you? As you can tell, her attempts to make me toe the line of being a proper little girl obviously worked real well. I am a totally normal little girl. Alright, so I gotta catch up on chat. The logo was designed by a local Seattle graphic design artist. He's known to help a bigger company design logos on tight timelines. And was contacted entirely out of the blue by Nintendo to come out to the company office. The article talks a lot about pre-release Pokemon stuff, like how Nintendo, they said they call it Pocket Monsters. I remember that. And they decided to rebrand it to Pokemon for the West. The logo was mostly done in one shot in just 1 month. Nice! Well, okay, so is this the like the big block letters, or just like the Pokemon ball? Because I'm a little curious as to, did the ball come first, or did the logo come first? Alright, I think I'm about close to done with this. I'll move it closer to the camera because, like I said, it's not racking focus, and I don't know why. It's a little dark here, so I'm going to kind of blend that in a little bit more. You shouldn't be this dark. The blue and the... Oh, okay, the big block letters. Alright, I was like, the Pokemon, the ball logo I could see being like a real simple, real quick thing, but... I'm glad they haven't really changed that. Like, so many places have been changing their logos and losing, like, all the charm of the originals. And that one still very much screams, like, 80s, but it's like... It still hits really well. It doesn't need to be changed. Why is this crotchal region so dark? It's got really... I'm trying to balance this out a little bit, but... Okay. Alright, anybody see anything glaring that I should fix on this? Before I essentially call this one. Near. Near. It's like I might, when I scan this in, make his back legs a little bit longer. Looks fantastic. Looks good to you. That's good. Alright, I do see one spot where I was mentioning I have to keep an eye on it while it's drying. This is pooling a little weird here. It's the problem with, like, this isn't actual paper, this is plastic, so I have to keep an eye out because they might not, it's not going to do what I always want it to do. Alright. Poor Dunkleo. So sad about this. I have to get my glue.
Who did this? Who the freak ate my snack bag?
Okay, so for now I'm gonna scooch him to the side. We'll also can't bury him because I need to make sure this is like. I guess I will sign him now that he's officially done. Okay, so I'm gonna set this to the side for now. Which I do have another one. I don't know. I probably won't do this one though for the show. But this was one of the effed up horses. But like, I like the body, and I like the head, but not together. So I made a replacement head. So I might cut these together at some point, but I don't know how I'm going to end up doing that. Because I'd have to cut away this head because I want to reuse this somewhere else. But I don't know. That one I'm not totally sure of, so I'm setting that to the side for now. Okay. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to box up some of my... some of my originals. I'm going to bring to Monsterpalooza. I also still have some ink. So I'm tempted to do something with that ink. I could put ink on this guy.
Who did this? Who the freak ate my snack bag?
I realize I whacked my mic. Okay. So yeah, these are the clear plastic sleeves that I use for originals, and this is what, when I had at Monsterpalooza last year, people were trying to oh, I went in that box upside down. They were trying to find my cheapest originals so they could steal that sleeve. So this year I'm just going to have some sleeves. But yes. These things aren't cheap. They're like obviously more expensive than chipboard, but they're a lot thinner. They weigh actually about the same. But I like using them for originals because when they're in the original bin, if I have something smaller than this, you can see there's stuff behind it kind of thing. Move this over there. And I'll probably end up doing something random with that ink because I don't want to waste ink. I'm very much not a... I have like all types of like random washes that I put down on stuff just so I don't use or don't lose ink. Yeah, so it's like this was the last time I had too much of this ink. I made these, which it was a lot of like random stuff and then trying to figure out what I was doing from there. So this one actually has a fun shape in it that I'll be doing at some point. I don't know when. Alright. Yeah, these are all ones that I did for my Effed Up Horses book that we're hoping, praying, they ship some to me in time. That'll just people are gonna be like, you could really like horses. They're gonna go through my bin, and I feel like I'm gonna need like a swear jar, but for the amount of times that people are gonna be like, you really like horses, don't you? I actually really like how this one turned out. He changed a lot in his process, but it's a new type of sketching that I did, which started with this one. Which this one I'll actually probably be keeping. I don't think I've gotten anything, like I've done several more since that in this style, but like this one was so random that it kind of, I've been trying to like catch the lightning again in my other ones, and I haven't quite gotten there. They're good. I just, this one's still my favorite. But yeah, the whole thing is like, I don't even know how to explain it. For me, it's like capturing body masses and movement. Hi, we don't think. Thank you. Yeah. So this one was like, I was trying to make the spots of the Appaloosa follow that same flow and movement. That makes sense? I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, it's a new way of sketching. I like it. I kind of have to be in the right groove to do it, though. But yeah, that ended up being a lot of the horses in the new book I got coming out. Ended up being in this style, because it's like, after I did this one, I was like, I've done some. I was a little funny because I was like, is this bad that I like this? So I posted it in my one Discord that I have a bunch of friends in, and they're like, no, that's fucking awesome. So I was like, oh, okay, I actually did do something. So yeah, I don't know how to explain this style, but it's fun. I like drawing in it. It only really works, or works best on the Yupo paper, this synthetic, semi-transparent paper I use. So I think, so yeah, the Grula was the first. This little Welsh pony was the second. Appaloosa was the third. And then I think this, I thought I had one other one. This buckskin was the last one that I've done. But yeah, this, you could kind of see, like this one I was kind of trying to leave my chaotic lines in there. Which, I'll be curious as to people, what people prefer out of them. Like, I do, I don't know. Yeah. I might try printing a couple of prints for it for Monsterpalooza. Like, I'll have the originals, obviously. But if I might print a couple of each and then see what people gravitate towards. And this little weirdo. He's like, he started kind of being the same style, and he's like, I'm doing, these horses aren't weird enough for a Fucked Up Horses book, which is the title. Thanks to White Knight for the suggestion. Effed Up Horses is what it's called. So I was like, these are too normal. So I did this guy. He's just, I don't know. Kangaroo horse. I just like the face of, like, he's got the, because, like, this is the actual face is kind of the theory. But yeah. Ah, fit in your hole. Did I actually have just enough of these sleeves? Did I somehow manage to perfectly have the right amount of sleeves? I mean, I did order more, but that's more because I'm going to bring extra because people kept freaking asking for my sleeves. Oh yeah, this guy... No, this guy was actually technically the first, and I was like, I was trying to push proportions cognitively, and I kind of liked how he turned out, but I wasn't, like, 100% satisfied. And then, yeah, this guy came after that. And then, little owl head. So yeah, so these are all been the originals I'll be bringing to Monsterpalooza. At least for this size. I do have... I will probably be keeping this guy as well. The fungal horse I like. I might put him in there, but, like, he's gonna be expensive. The owl header one is your favorite? This one I almost scrapped, too. I almost scrapped the owl. I managed to pull that one back, but at first I wasn't totally happy with him. So this one, I don't know. I might put him out there, but just... I might make people work for it. And then I have one normal horse. I put one normal horse in the book. I keep smacking my mic, sorry. But I don't have a big enough sleeves for these right now. At least not down here. I just grabbed my 9x12s that I had. There'll be those. And then this is the other one that I have to get a big sleeve for. Which, yes, the end horse. Which, this one I think might be too big for my 11x14 too. So yeah, I'll be selling that one as well. And then, I was like... This is the original sketch for this. So, it changed quite a bit. But, like, that was where the idea came in. And I actually kind of prefer how I did the ribcage here. So there's some things I would change in both of them at this point, but it's like, this one... I like how he turned out. I'm just saying I might, at some point, draw it all over again. But yeah. And then double check that this one's dried. It's like, unfortunately, I'm probably going to be calling it here because my stomach is feeling a little squirrely. As I mentioned, I have been having to take a bunch of pain meds for my root canal I have to get done. And I have been waiting on for almost 2 months. But yeah. So, unfortunately, I will probably be cutting it a little early. I'm gonna try and stream. If I play games, I'm gonna try and stream that tonight. I'm gonna be trying and streaming tomorrow as well. Just because I have a bunch more prep. I'm flying out Thursday for Monsterpalooza. I might do like a mobile stream when I like set up my booth and everything. But yeah. So I'll try to do tomorrow and I'll try to do Wednesday. Yeah, no, the tooth stuff is constant. It's mostly now that my stomach is like, you've been taking ibuprofen for 7 weeks straight. That's not good. But yeah. So I'm like I said, I might stream tonight. I'll probably be doing more art tomorrow. I don't know when. It's gonna depend on what the weather's like. And Wednesday. But yeah, Helene, if you want to join me for Wednesday, let me know. Or even tomorrow. But, yeah, I'm gonna call it because of stomach bad. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I'll see you tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. Thanks so much.